welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be answering one of the most asked questions on both my channel and Instagram, and that is, how do I find all the time and energy to get all the things done? As most of you know, I am a full-time winery executive. I have 4 children, and I'm also growing a YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be sharing some very specific details on how I get all of that done. If you're new here, my name is Lauren. I do all things cooking and homemaking, and if you're returning, it's so great to see you. Let's get into this video. So to get started, I do my scheduling every single Sunday. It's what helps me kind of prepare for the week ahead. I like to do something which I call high-level planning. So I will do a brain dump. That's basically everything I think I have to do in the week to come. And then I actually look at my calendars, whether it be the kids' calendar, family calendar, work calendar. I compile all of that. Then I start to prepare my block schedule, which I'll go into in a minute. I have any kind of project organization, what goal setting I have for the week, and of course, my grocery list. Once I get all of that outlined, I'm going to start to formulate what I call my block schedule. Now, before that, I would like to share with you guys something that I have not shared on my channel before, but has really helped me to have really great energy, stay super focused, and kind of help me stay healthy during this very busy season, which is harvest here in Napa Valley. And I just want to take a moment to share it with you. So a couple of months ago, I was looking for a great multivitamin that I could use that wasn't like a pack of 4 or 5 vitamins. I just don't have the stomach for that stuff. I tend to really struggle with processing like lots of big horsey vitamins, and it always kind of felt like they were all the same. So I went online and looked up a couple places and ended up trying Ritual, which you guys actually suggested in the comments in one of my videos when I was trying another set of vitamins. And I have to tell you, this has been a real game changer for me. So one of the reasons I really like this is that they have traceable ingredients. So as a winery executive, one of the things that I really value is the fact that I can share where my grapes come from with my customers, like Ritual does. That really called out to me immediately. I also love that they don't just use any type of supplement. They really do find the best places, and they share their supply chain in a really, really transparent manner, which I just like. I haven't seen that anywhere. But the most incredible thing about this company, I have to say, is how these vitamins have made me feel. I take 2 every morning. I love that they have this minty flavor. So when you take them, it almost kind of feels like you just brushed your teeth. I also love that they have a delay release capsule design that makes it really easy for my stomach, and I also love that they are gluten-free because I'm trying to cut gluten out right now for a million different reasons. And the other really important thing for me as a busy mom is they can be taken with or without food, which is so awesome because I hardly ever have time to eat breakfast. And the other important thing is the key nutrients that these have really do fill the gaps in my diet, which is so important for me right now considering I hardly have time to eat at all. I feel like the last month all I've been doing is eating the kids' leftover peanut butter and jellies and whatever they don't finish from their lunch. So this has been an awesome game changer for me as far as vitamins. I almost got to a place where I wasn't even taking vitamins anymore because I really just loathe them. So if you want to join me, hit the link down in the descriptions down below and use code 10Lauren, and let's do this for the next 90 days together and see how good we can feel. So to get started with my brain dump, I basically write down all of the dates where I actually have very important stuff scheduled. I also have things called to-dos. I also have kind of things that are work related and then long-term. Once I've finished my brain dump, I get out my 2 planners. Now, you guys know I love my full focus planner. We're going to call this kind of like my ground level, minute by minute block schedule calendar. This is where all the details in what needs to get done live. And then I also have kind of my high level or 30,000 foot view with my other calendar, which basically says, you know, during the week what I have, kind of more of a high level view. This is what I would consider my ideal block schedule. This is basically what I need to do in the morning, what needs to happen during the day, and then I kind of put an ideal block in here. So like breakfast with the kids, ideal days to do work at the winery, work at the tasting room, videoing. This is basically a rough wireframe of what needs to happen in order for me to actually achieve all of the things I need to do during the week. So the first thing I like to do is reference my brain dump, which is basically all of the very important things I need to get done during this specific week. What I'll do is go into kind of my 30,000 foot view calendar, and I will start to, using pencil, kind of start to add what things I can block into which days. Now, I do work in 2 different locations for my day job, and then I also work from home for YouTube, and on days when I don't feel like going into work because I have a big project due, and it kind of helps me to not have to kind of interact with staff when I really need to focus on a project. So what I'll start to do is wire out, here are the things that need to happen, and here are the locations they need to be at. So let's say that I have a sales meeting, an inventory, and I need to do some work from my office. I will make sure everything that I need to do during the week is done in that day. Let's say it's Monday and Thursday, I'm at the winery. Then I know I have to do some stuff at the tasting room. I'll make sure that everything on this list that has to happen in the tasting room are days where I'm scheduled there, like currently Wednesday. So I'll make sure all the tasks that need to happen in the tasting room happen on that day. Then what I do is I'll go into my ground level full focus planner, and I'll start to delineate during blocks of the day when and how I can get all those things done. So while I'm filling this out, I do want to just touch base on what block scheduling is to me. Now, I know there are a lot of YouTube videos on what block scheduling is, and it's basically where you take your week and you block out time for certain things, whether it be meditation or working, answering emails, answering text messages, meetings, taking time out for your children. I have found that to be incredibly stressful for me, especially because every single week, being a mom of 4, I can't pigeonhole myself into a specific block schedule. For me, it creates stress to think, oh, I should be here doing this, doing that, when all of a sudden I have a deadline that gets pushed up 2 days for work, and it shifts my entire week out. So what I like to do is actually block schedule based on days and weeks. That's why I do them on Sundays. I set myself up for the week, but I'll also show you here in my full focus planner how I kind of load up my Mondays and Tuesdays, and then I leave blocks open for Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, because that's when things start to trickle in, and that's when I start to get the most stressed out. If I have a super booked out Thursday already in the week, I already know I'm going to feel like I didn't accomplish anything and that I'm unorganized. So just a tip, block scheduling doesn't necessarily mean every single week needs to look the same. It's basically how you are able to block your time based in a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. day so that you can actually get the things done that you need to. But please be easy on yourself, you guys. Things change. Kids barf at school. You forget your computer. You know, anything could happen, and just go with the flow. Try to get as much as you can done. And then if you don't get it done today, defer it to tomorrow. It's going to be fine. But the best thing you can do is try to set yourself up for success using a block scheduling method that has flexibility. Another really important reason that I find block scheduling to be so productive for me is if I don't have a set schedule or things I need to do, I tend to get very sidetracked. If I don't have a list of things that need to get done during the day, I will Google search, I will go shopping, I will find myself at Target wandering the aisles at HomeGoods. So for me, in order to get all of this done, even though I always find time for all those wonderful enjoyments, for me to actually get my job done and to make sure I have time for all the things that are really a priority in my life, this is how it works best for me. So I'm not wondering at 12:30 to 1:30 before I go pick the kids up from school what I should be doing. I know exactly what I need to be doing, and I block in time to go do the things I enjoy. I definitely find that this really helps me compartmentalize what I have going on, what are really high items that have to get done, what are things that I'd like to get done, how I can fit it all in, and how I can get through my week where come Thursday, I'm kind of sailing. I've pretty much gotten everything done. I can enjoy my kids, I can enjoy family time on Fridays, and so much more. So basically what I'm doing here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'm filling in 4 very important components of my day. I block out here on the very far right, I'll block out every single hour and where I need to be. So pink is typically the kids. That is a happy time of my day. So it typically is pickup, homework, drop off, dinner, bedtime, and then I also have like here, I have filming, so that's a big chunk of time that I need to set aside. I also will put filming notes on the far right, the other page. And then at the top in red, right under Tuesday, you'll see there are different bubbles. There's usually 3, and these are absolutely have to get done. So in the morning, if I get out of a meeting early, I will always start at the red, and I will work my way through that before I get down to the check boxes, which are purple. I'm going to go in detail through all that with you guys in a minute, but that's basically how I do the full focus planner. So once I'm done kind of filling both of those out, I like to kind of put everything aside, and I like to get my paperwork in order. So at work, I have, whether it be contracts or marketing collateral going out, or spreadsheets or telesales, or you name it, it's in this folder. I usually like to add them into a nice clear folder. So I'm going to show you these awesome clear folders. I picked these up at Amazon. I absolutely love them. I've used these for a long time. They're kind of worn and tattered, but I'm going to show you how I keep using them every single week. I like to use Post-its, and I like to use just any old scratch paper. Typically what I'll find is, like, if I have an old spreadsheet that I don't need for this week, I'll rip it off and use that. But I didn't have one this particular week because I just cleaned everything out. So I'm going to use just regular old paper, and I'm going to write on a couple different things. I either have projects, upcoming YouTube videos, or things that I'm working on YouTube, and then I have projects. So one folder is always for my job, and one folder is always for YouTube. When it comes to the kids or anything like that, I don't typically carry that stuff around with me, so I'll keep that in the family office downstairs. But for here, I'm going to just use my Post-its. I'm going to put on the Post-it exactly what is behind the piece of paper. So if I'm looking for something, it's really clear. Once I'm done with that, let's say midweek, I have a contract out for a customer that's booking a dinner at the winery. Once that contract has been executed, I can go ahead and just pull that Post-it note off and crumple it up and replace it with something else. That way, every time something doesn't change during the week, I don't have to put in a whole new sheet on top. This helps me to just keep things really simple and nice and clear and transparent. So the other thing that I tend to carry around with me, which always ends up in the bottom of my work bag, is all the pens and pencils and Sharpies and whatever else I have. So I like to use these. Again, found these on Amazon, and what I'll do is put all of my Post-its in one, all of my Sharpies, and then also some clips, because as I am sometimes printing something at the tasting room, or I print it up at the winery, I just like to have my own stuff with me, because I can't always rely that what I need is going to be, especially in my office, because I feel like I'm hardly in there these days. I'm always all around, but I like to have everything with me at all times. Or if I'm bringing my work bag up to my bedroom late at night to work, I've got everything right there. So I like to add those in here, and I zip those all up and slide them in with my work, which I'll show you at the end. So that's pretty much every single thing that I have with me during the week, and now I will go through kind of more in detail all of my different planners and kind of give you guys a closer look at how I organize my week. Okay guys, so I wanted to go ahead and just do a total overview of everything we just completed. I keep all the pens that I use throughout the week here. Since I am working pretty much from 3 locations, whether it be the house, our main office, or our tasting room downtown, I always like to make sure I have all the supplies I need all the time. So that's why I kind of keep that there. So this is everything I bring every single day with me to work. I have my full focus planner here. This is basically the ground level view of everything I need to do in the day. This is my work calendar. This is kind of more of a 30,000 foot view of kind of what I have going on in the week and the months. And then here is my work notebook. This basically keeps every meeting we have, every checklist, my current checklist that you guys kind of saw me go over was my Sunday brain dump. I do this every single Sunday, and I basically have upcoming important things going on, things I need to schedule, things I need to do, and then some long-term things that if I can get this all done, I can kind of start to chip away at. So I always keep that. This is pretty much more focused towards work-related items, but I also add some other things in here since it is a brain dump for the week. Then I also like to use these. This is date, topic, meeting objective, and notes. So you'll see in this overview, I have a giant meeting on Friday. So I will definitely be using this to take notes. And then at the bottom, what I like is it calls out action items. So if there are things or deliverables somebody needs to do, or if I need to send an end of meeting notes or anything like that, I like to keep it all there. The other notebook I have is just one of these kind of 3-compartment notebooks. I basically keep all of the videos I'm going to shoot here, so I kind of compartmentalize my thoughts and the ideas I have. So I really like to just do that and give you guys a good idea of what I'll be working on. So coming up in October, I did a little brain dump on my decorate with me's and cook with me's. These are all the dishes I plan to be making in October, and then some ideas if there's time I can shoot a couple extra things there. So I always have that with me as well. And then this I love. This is, you can really do this any which way, but this is actually my favorite way. You can pick these up on Amazon. I'll link everything I have here today. Most of all of it's from Amazon. But so this, basically you can use any piece of paper. Don't get fancy with this because you're gonna just throw these away anyway. I have YouTube upcoming videos. This is the video that we're shooting today. Inside are all of the notes that I had originally written down for this video, and then brain dumps and ideas for upcoming stuff. So recipes I'll be working with, and some of the partners that I've been lucky enough to procure for some future videos. And then this is more, the blue stuff is for work and yellow is for upcoming projects. So I have a wine release coming up, that giant meeting on Friday, and I also have call out dates, so that keeps me focused. And then our 2022 club outline. So anyway, I have my upcoming projects here, and then on this side I have some upcoming events since we do dinners and such and lunches. I just want to make sure I have all the things I need for those. The contracts are out, and if someone calls, I always have those with me. So that's pretty much what we have when it comes to just how I organize the information I have to deal with for work. And then we'll drill down on kind of how I schedule my weeks. So these are just kind of past months and a little bit of that, but I've started to use pencil on this schedule just because things have been changing so much with work, and we're in the middle of harvest here, and it's really high season for what I do. So one day I think I'm going to be in one location and end up being somewhere else. So I went ahead and added things I know I need to do this week, and trying to keep my schedule as flexible as possible right now. But then what I do is I go down the week and I actually add in meetings that I have scheduled and where I need to be those days, because again, they're changing. So if I'm working from home, if I'm working from the tasting room, or I'm up at the winery, it kind of helps me understand where I'm going to be. So when I go to make my full focus schedule, I make sure that the things that I'm putting on that day as far as my tasks are specific to the locations that I'm in. So then what I like to do is I set this aside and I pull out my full focus planner. This is a 3-month quarterly planner, so we're starting a new month. And what I really like is at the beginning of this month, at the beginning of each quarter, I like to add what would be typically my ideal block schedule. So for me, I have no screen times between 5 and 6:30. I like to do coffee, meditation, workout. From 7 to 5, that's pretty much work time. Really between 7 and 8, I'm also with the kids quite a bit at that time, but my husband always does drop-offs. And then I try to use the 6-10 projects, the 90-91 projects, and lunch rules. And then again, no screen time between 5 and 10 o'clock, which means no screens like TV, things like that. These are really for the children. Make dinner, family time, family bath time, reading, whatever. Clean up, and then I start to do other end of day work and videos and whatnot there. So for this week, I like to start again from the high level. So I basically will take everything from this schedule and I'll add it in here. I color coordinate things so I know if there's a lot of green on here, which last week it was basically all green, which is work. I try to balance this out. So the pink, those are specific kid-related events. And then this is where I'm located during the week. And then these are major projects that are going on at work. I am filming 2 days this week and possibly on Sunday. I'm not sure though, but that could be amazing. And then let me try to take you through like a day. So my Monday looks like this. You'll see as I go through the week, like Monday, I have major projects. I have major tasks that have accumulated through the weekend. I have my morning routine, what location I'm in, and what I'm working on throughout the day. As the day transitions on, the pink is family stuff, so picking up the kids. I work on some tasks from home, so that's these items here, and then homework, dinner, and kids' bedtime. I do have my weekly sales call with my team every Monday, so I like to add the notes here so I can go back and look at them later in the week. Tuesday, again, a pretty robust day of a lot going on. Wednesday, I try to keep these red items, I try to get them to slow down as the week progresses. So where most of my task section and my major daily big three, so those are 3 important tasks that have to get done. As I get to Wednesday, I'd like to leave an open space for other important tasks to go in here. If it's Wednesday and this is already filled up, I'm having a rough week. So I try to do that. Then I have other items that I need to get to, so major projects and things that have to be followed up on. Thursday, again, I try to keep this as open as possible, and I also try to keep this open. By Thursday, this will be totally filled with new items that will have come through the week. And then Friday, I have 1 power hour, which I technically should have every single week, but I'm super busy and haven't had time for that. But it's basically 1 hour where I have absolutely nothing on the agenda, but I just do some journaling and writing and try to compartmentalize, the things that have happened throughout the week and what I'd like to see happen maybe better, or what I think happened that was great. So that's a really great way to end the week with a power hour that's totally alone, no screens, just paper. I do have some to-dos. I do have a giant meeting that morning, and the kids have a walkathon that day. But after that, it's pretty smooth. I do have a note section for that meeting I have coming up. Saturday, just some, to-dos around the house. I try not to have anything on Saturday unless I have to. Like last Saturday, I worked like a 12-hour day. But Sunday, we have church with our kids' school. Again, prep for the week, so I'll do this entire same thing all over again. Once the week is over, I do have the ability to do a week preview, so my big wins, some action review referred to like the big 3 that I had for the week. Did I get those things done? How far did I get? What worked? What didn't? I think this is really great to kind of review how I can fine tune my time, and am I spending my time wisely? And then what will we keep, improve, start, or stop doing? So maybe I say, maybe I'm going to stop using brain dumps on Sunday and do them on Fridays because I'm kind of more engaged on a Friday than after a nice weekend with the kids, or whatever. That will go here. And then this is the weekly overview, personal, professional, kind of how I'm doing, and just making sure that I'm staying on track with my goals. And then again, I'll start the whole next week right here. I hope you guys enjoyed this overview. I know this was a lot of information, and this has been a really hard video for me to make for you guys, only because it is very strange the way I schedule my days, and I do definitely take advantage of the time I have. I really value time, so I have worked really hard from going through a very disorganized life where I wasn't getting any of my goals met or really achieving as much as I knew I could, to kind of really refining down my life using a block schedule and so many other things I wish I could share with you guys, but I just don't want to overwhelm you on really just how to structure your life so you can get the most out of it. And I hope that this inspired you guys to kind of start using a little block scheduling method, and I look forward to seeing you guys in another video. And if you have any questions, definitely put them in the comments down below. And if you would like to subscribe to my channel, I'd be so grateful to have you join us, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.